Good morning, you're very welcome back. Now we are joined by a rising star in the world of motorsport. The Wicklow native has made headlines recently after claiming his first ever TCR Europe victory at Hockenheim. Yes, it is great to have him here with us. He's no stranger to speed, risk or hard work. And now Max Hart joins us now. Good morning.
Morning, thanks very much.
Here it fits perfect, Max.
Look at that.
Good morning
Max,
to you.
good morning to you.
It suits you.
There's some heat in this.
Yeah, it's warm, yeah.
Congratulations to you on your recent victory as well. Touring car racing champion, you're flying it at the minute. How are things going?
Yeah, things are going good. I'm off the back of a fantastic weekend in Germany, thankfully. I'm preparing now for Italy next week, so things are in full flow.
So explain to me, what is touring car racing?
Touring car racing stands for, it's basically production cars, so your everyday road car, souped up basically. It's manufacturer backed, so I drive a Hyundai Elantra N, which is sold in America and Asia. I'm racing against the likes of Honda Civics, Audi RS3s, Lincoln Co's, Peugeots.
Do we have any footage of it? Because I'd love to see it doing your stuff. So, I mean, like when we think of car racing, we may think of Formula 1 or Formula 2. This is a different type of racing.
This is a different type of racing, a lot closer in terms of...
to your average car.
Yeah, exactly. A lot closer to your average car.
Yeah,
and the racing's very close as well. I haven't done a race in the last 3 years without some sort of damage. So that'll tell you how close it is. There's a lot of rubbing, which is all fair and square and all part of it. And yeah.
And in fairness, we see it here on your helmet. You were telling me this is from a recent...
From a recent crash, yeah. I was in Macau, which is like Monaco on steroids, I suppose. It's one of the world's most dangerous street circuits, and I made my World TCR debut, which is like the Formula 1 of touring cars, and it was fantastic to make my debut and be the first Irish person in history to race there. But I had 2 crashes, unfortunately, and that's just part of the racing.
Right. Wow. So talk to me about how you got there. How did you start off getting into motor racing?
So at the age of 11, my dad decided to put myself and my little brother in go-karts. He went down the single horsepower route and became a jockey, and then I went down the multiple horsepower route and became a racing driver. And yeah, I built it up from there. I started racing in Ireland at 16, and then I went to the UK and then over to Asia to race Formula 4, and then back to TCR in 2020, and I stayed in the UK for a couple of years, and then I got an amazing break to go to China in 2023, which was extremely special for me and a highlight of my career as well, because there was a real turning point. You know, the team took a risk in taking me over there, and thankfully I was able to deliver. But you know, at 21 years old, going over to China on my own was quite difficult. Every time I speak about it, I always think of 2 weekends. One was my toughest weekend, and I had a crash at 240 kilometres in the Formula 1 Shanghai track. I'd just been announced Hyundai Junior factory driver, which was 1 of 3 in the world, so it was massive for me and something I'd been trying to achieve for a long time. And I remember going back to the hotel that evening and being so down, nobody to talk to. I had a Hyundai messaging me, being annoyed because when I hit the wall, I collected one of my teammates, which is the worst thing that can happen. We know from Formula 1, especially like the weekend when teammates hit each other, it's never a good thing. Thankfully, on the Sunday, I followed it up with a podium, which was Hyundai's first podium, which was massive. And,
so they forgave you then, did they?
They forgave me just about then. I got lucky there.
Can I ask you then, like, because when you see car racing like that, it's nearly like teams of people. There's hundreds of people, and the driver is the epicenter of it. But you're saying you're on your own there. So that must take its toll then when you're just doing this circuit. Are you doing this circuit of doing these races? Are you on your own, or is there a team now in place for you?
Ultimately, you are on your own. You know, it's... At the end of the day, it's up to me to get the results. The team put in all the work. They give me the perfect package to go out there and get the result. But ultimately...
But you don't have somebody who's with you. Do you have a coach, a physio? Do you have
I wouldn't, no.
No, right. No, so that's up to you to do all that.
Exactly, yeah. I just recently started using Alan Heary, who's a performance coach, and he's been great help to me. I struggled at the start of this year, 2 bad weekends, so... mentally I was struggling. I was lacking in confidence, and he was a massive help, and he played a huge role in that Hockenheim result there in Germany.
That's amazing. And it's all so about the mental strength that you're getting there from him as well. So talk to me about where the season is going. Obviously, you mentioned Macau there, you're Hockenheim, you're going off to Italy next. Where else do you race?
Austria, Red Bull Ring, people will know that track. It's a Formula 1 track. Barcelona, that's just gone in Formula 1, so I'm there at the end of the year, and then I'll probably have a couple of one-off races in the UK as well.
And can you, are you making a living out of this? Can you make a living out of the prize money on these, or is it down to your sponsorship deals and what you get and people trusting in you?
Yeah, I'm very lucky. I have some fantastic sponsors. You'll see the suit is covered in names. It's something
You've about 200 names all over it.
That's what's needed, isn't it?
Yeah, I work incredibly hard for it. I mean, it's no secret that motorsport is an extremely expensive sport. It costs a lot of money to go race, a lot of money to travel. The ultimate end goal for me is World TCR. That's when the likes of a manufacturer will pay me to race their cars. At the moment, I get subsidised deals, so they reduce the cost by a lot. I sort the shortfall, and then I get to go and achieve my dreams and race cars. But
you're achieving your dream, you're driving, but you're nearly like, with the way you're talking to them there, it's like you're your own business manager.
That's exactly what a racing driver is these days. You know, it's a lot about how much money you have, and like money can get you very far in motorsport. So I think in this day and age, especially with motorsport, you have to be your own business manager. You have to land these massive business deals to be able to, like, there's a lot of B2B, a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes to make sure you can get out on track. You know, it's 80%.
Well, listen, we all see the Formula 1. You obviously were at Formula 4 at one stage. You've gone back to touring car racing. There's World Rally Champ. There's so many different divisions and whatever else in motorsport as well. Is touring cars, that's the future for you? You're 22 years of age, still a long future ahead for you.
Yeah, World TCR, that's the ultimate
TCR.
goal for me. That's the Formula 1 of touring cars. You know, if I can get a factory drive there with any of the teams, that's my ultimate goal. You know, they pay me to race all around the world. Like, it even sounds good. That's the dream for me.
Okay.
And how is that progressing? Are you
yeah, very good. If
You're
I can
confident?
get it. So the TCR Europe's one step down from that. It's the most competitive TCR championship probably in the world right now. For example, in qualifying, there was less than a second between the top 20. Which is incredibly close. Yeah. So if I can get a couple of more wins, a couple more good results, who knows what the season will bring for next year.
Well, there you have. What's the trophy you have here with you this morning then? What's that one?
That's my most winning, or my most recent winning TCR Europe trophy.
Probably got a few bob with that, did you?
Yeah, there's a bit of prize money, a couple of tyres along the way. Everything to keep the wheels rolling.
Yeah, that's all that's important.
Listen, I was hoping you'd bring the car in, but it's gone over to Italy for the next race. That's this weekend then, is it?
I leave this weekend and it's next weekend.
OK, well listen,
best of luck,
Max, the very best of luck.
Thanks
I mean,
so much.
Honestly, we'll be keeping an eye on you. One for the future.
We certainly will. Like when you're winning all the big races, we were saying, well, we saw him here first.
And we knew you were the big news today, but who knew him being the Stig, unveiled as the Stig after years. Alan Hughes and Spotty.
Can I keep this? It's holding everything in.
Max Hart, thanks so much.
Thanks so much.
Thanks so much,
Hyundai
well
racing
done.
team.
Coming up on Wednesday's Ireland Day, and former Irish and Lions rugby star Rob Carney's going to be dropping by.
Motoring journalist, speaking of motoring, Geraldine Herbert rounds up the best 252 deals on the market.
There you have it. Cars, Alan. OK, all that, lots more. We'll see you tomorrow from 7.